the culture, so they've put them in. If you're interested, I will explain these optionals throughout the trip. I'll say, hey, in the next few days there's a chance to do this. I'll let you know the price, and if you're interested, I'll pass around a little clipboard and you can put your name down if you want. Just remember, if you do put your name down, I do take it as 100%, so make sure you do want to come. It's very nervous, like if I sort of put it down, then people say later on, oh, I can't come anymore. If I've already called them up, some of these guys do organize buses or certain things, and they can get a bit upset, and they'll chase me back, and I have to go back to them the next trip, and they're like, hey, you again, you're the guy that left everyone behind. I'm like, oh. So yeah, just remember, if you do put your name down on the optional, just make sure you want to do it, and I'll give you as much information as I can about them. Please ask away in the questions. We got a few coming up. There's actually one tonight as well, which I will talk about shortly. Last thing I'll talk about, or two last things I'll talk about. The first one is restaurants. We do have a few included meals in that little booklet, which I'll pass out to some of you in a sec. You will see if there's like a little knife and fork sort of next to the date and name of the hotel. That means we have dinner included in that area. Some we don't, and there's not many lunches included. So usually you have to pay for the lunches, and there are some dinners you will have to provide. The other ones, yeah, you can pay. You don't have to pay for that, but you might just have to pay for drinks. Some have drinks included, the other ones don't. So just remember that, but it's kind of a mix of both, just so you get a chance to go try the local cuisine on your own. And don't you worry, I'll show you some cool restaurants. There's even a good one tonight. There's Sokol, which is quite nice if anyone wants to check it out, but we'll go through that later on. We do have a bunch of local guides that will join us throughout our trip. We do have one this afternoon. We have one in Dubrovnik, oh my gosh, one in Budapest, one in Serbia. Geez, they're everywhere. So we do have a lot of local guides that join us on the tour. They will show us the various sites. It's really good because they can actually talk about their hometowns. They can give you a real sense of the history, particularly when we get to the Balkans. They can explain exactly what happened. A lot of these guys lived through some of the conflicts back in the 1990s. So it's very, very interesting. Please come along. These are all included. You do not have to pay for any of these. Sometimes, please, if you are interested, this is Europe and they do have a big tipping culture here. So if you did really like them, by all means, let them know. Go up and, yeah, like anything, like, you know, something small that you have, let them know, and they really appreciate it. And it really sort of drives them to tell some awesome, awesome stories. That is exactly the same with Zoltan up the front here and myself. So if you do think you had a good time at the end, please let us know. But we'll talk about that more in detail probably later on. Other than that, do you guys have any questions or anything? Oh, here we go, Jackie.
For the public bathrooms, do we have to pay?
Some we might, yes, definitely. Maybe have a handful of coins. Oh my gosh, the amount of money I've spent on bathrooms in Europe is probably up to about 100, 200 euros on coins. Oh my gosh. Yes, you will have to pay. Probably a little bit different to back home. A bit different to back home. No more than usually 50 cents to a euro's pushing it a bit. But most of them will be around 50 cents. The reason they do this is they pay for people to clean the bathrooms, which kind of helps. Like, trust me, I've been to ones that you don't pay. There was one on the bus stop in Albania, and good Lord, you don't want to look in that. I still have nightmares about it. Yeah, gravity did not exist in that room. Definitely not. And that's all we're going to talk about that. So pay for gravity, pay for it. It's good. It helps us, keeps me solid, keeps me grounded. Good.